What up, dudes? Fruit Punch Sabi here. We're back with more Tsukihime. We're gonna start chapter 8. So, recap, they killed Roa. And since Roa's dead... Whoa, what the hell is that? Is that a bird? What the hell is that? You saw that on the right screen? I don't know what that was. But... yeah, Roa's dead. So Shiki's probably... you know, going crazy. I feel the morning sun on my face, and hear Hisue calling me.
Shiki-sama, お目覚めの時間です。
Her monotonous voice jolts my consciousness awake.
Ohayo, Hisui.
It's a lock in. I sat up and replied to Hisue. A flash of pain pierces my temples, though not enough to keep me in bed.
シキ様、ご気分が優れないのですか?
I like her a lot too. Hisue, I like all of them. Okay, not all of them. I like the main girls. Hisue, I like all the OGs. Arc, Hisue, Ciel, Kohaku, Sasuke. They make all the OG characters look really good.
いや、今朝は普通だよ。
And I like Noelle too.
昨日の調
She's
子
a
が
new
良すぎ
character
ただ
though.
けだ。貧血気味なのはいつものことだから気にしないでくれ。
I shake my head lightly and get out of bed.
今朝もありがとう。起こしに来てくれて助かった。
いえ、これが私の仕事ですから。
仕事。
シキ様にお言葉をいただくほどのことではありません。
お礼を言うほどのことだよ。目覚まし時計の音なんかより何倍もあったかい。俺は眠りが深いらしくて目覚ましじゃなかなか起きられないんだ。
Which is why Hisue coming to wake me up is such a big help. She even brings me a change of clothes. What more could I ask for?
時間は7時ちょっとか。あんまり余裕はないな。着替えて顔を洗ったら食堂に行くから先に行っていてくれ。
What's wrong? Hisue looking at me like she has something to say. Is she nervous? She seemed to be shaking a little. Looking at her fragile, gloomy eyes makes me...
関係のない話なのですが、就寝時間の後、私と姉さんは2時間おきに屋敷の見回りをいたします。午後9時は姉さんが、11時は私が、午前1時には姉さんが屋敷中の戸締まりをチェックしているのです。
そうだったんだ。それ大変じゃないか。夜と朝だけでいいだろうに。
決まりですから、どうかお気になさらないでください。その時の話ですが、仮に私が施錠を忘れた箇所があっても、午前1時には姉さんが見つけて施錠し直してしまうので。
She's giving him a heads up. She's saying, come home before 1 a.m. because the door's gonna be locked. She know that he snuck out. Now I get what Hisue is trying to say. She's talking about the service store in the West Wing.
翡翠、俺が出て行ったことに気がついてたのか?
Yes.
いえ、決して咎めているのではなく。
Hisue hangs her head apologetically.
あ、いや違うんだ。怒ってないよ。でもそっか。翡翠は知ってたのか。だから勝手口の鍵閉められずにいたんだな。
はい。鍵が開いていましたので、もしやと思い、勝手ながら四季様のお部屋の様子を拝見させていただきました。
Hisue voiced windows. This must be tough for her, having to condemn her master illicit activities.
ありがとう。おかげで昨日は助かった。翡翠は全然悪くないよ。もともと夜中に出歩く俺に問題があるんだから。ああ、でも。
I can't ask her to keep it quiet from Akiya. It would only make things harder for Hisue. She may tend to my needs, but her actual employer is Akiya, the head of the Tono family. Being dishonest with her will hurt her standing in the future.
アキハには俺から説明するよ。翡翠は何も知らないふりをしてくれればいい。
Hisue makes no reply. She just keeps staring at me.
何かな。
僭越ながら四季様は全く反省していません。
What?
ああ、いや、はい。
失礼しました。訂正いたします。そのお顔を見るに四季様に改める気はないのですね。
Oof, she looks meat, yet she cuts right where it hurts.
すまない。約束があって今夜も出かけることになる。けど誓って悪い遊びをしてるわけじゃない。あれはその
I'm fighting the remnants of a vampire army, so they don't kill anyone else. It's not like I can just say that, but saying nothing does make me look suspicious.
それは今夜だけなのでしょうか。
どうかな。俺にもわからない。ただ長くは続かないと思う。
では危険なことはないのですか。四季様がまた怪我を負って帰ってくるようなことは。
ああ、それなら大丈夫。戦車みたいに強いやつが一緒だから何があっても怪我なんかしないよ。
That's one thing I can promise with confidence. I don't think there's anyone in the whole city that could beat Art.
お話はわかりました。
I love that face. You saw that face Hisue made. I love it a lot.
それでは私も四季様同様、昨夜と同じ業務を行わせていただきます。どうかお早いお帰りを。
Hisue bows courteously and leaves the room.
ありがとう、翡翠。
Damn, dude. He hasn't put his glasses back on. I wonder why. This is like the first morning he didn't put it on the whole time. She's given me the greatest concession she has the power to make. What she's saying is that she'll look the other way while she's on patrol. So as long as I'm back by 1, I'll get in undetected. Dude! He's not gonna put his glasses on! I change into my school uniform and leave my room. I had a headache when I woke up, but now I seem to be doing well. I wash my face for the second floor bathroom, then head to the dining room. What the hell? Now that we're well into fall, the tap water runs cold. I usually just splash some water on my face, but today I let the water collect in the basin and dunk my whole face in. The icy water steals the warmth from my face. My eyes, nose, and mouth are drowned and I lose all sensation. Feeling as if a death mask is plastered to my face, I lift my face out of the water.
誰だ。
I take one look at myself in the mirror and notice that something is off. It hits me immediately that I don't have my glasses on. I was just washing my face, so that makes sense. Be that as it may. Alright, I calm down now. With my glasses in place, I make for the dining room where Kohaku's waiting. After breakfast, I go to the parlor. Aki is there, having long since finished her breakfast.
おはよう、アキハ。
おはようございます、兄さん。健康な学生らしい。余裕のある朝で何よりです。
Gracefully sipping a cup of tea, Aki appears to be in a particularly fine good mood this morning. Something good must have happened.
兄さんも何かお飲みになられますか？時間はまだあるでしょ。
ああ、それじゃあ普通のお茶を一杯。
普通などというお茶はないのですけどね。琥珀、兄さんにも一つ入れてあげて。チョイスはあなたに任せるわ。
かしこまりました。今朝の献立から考えますと、ほうじ茶などがよろしいかと。
Kohaku heads to the kitchen with a smile. I sit down on the sofa across from Akia and check the news on my phone. While there's no shortage of random news, there's nothing about any murders. I may have been expecting it, but this confirms that there have been no new victims. As I pocket my phone after checking the news, Akia is staring at me like she witnessed something truly bizarre.
なんだよ。携帯ぐらいはいいんだろう。今だってニュースサイトをチェックしただけで。
She thought she took the phone away from you, dude. That's why she's surprised.
別に怒ってはいません。すぐにしまってくれましたし、朝のニュースぐらいは知っておくのはいいことですから。ただ、兄さんがそういうものを使いこなす姿というのがイメージに合わなかったので驚いただけです。
お前の中でどんなイメージなんだよ、俺は。とはいえ、俺も使いこなしてはいないよ。今朝は気になることがあっただけで、普段はあまり使わないし。話したいことや知りたいことがあったら、本人と直接話した方がいい。
そうなんですか？
そりゃあ時間の許す限りは。1行や2行の言葉のやり取りでわかるのは1行2行分のことだけだし、連絡事項としては便利だけど、会話をするなら会って話した方が断然いい。
一部分しか表せないシステムなのに、その一部分を見た人間はそれが相手の全部分だと錯覚するということですね。例えば発信者はつま先しか見せていないのに、その爪が猫のものだっただけで全身まで猫だと決めつけるような。私もその意見には賛成です。文字だけならいくらでも嘘をつけるのが人間ですし。
Okay, I get it. I get it, Natsu. You think text messages aren't cool. Oh, great family head. I don't know how to say this, but if someone has the claws of a cat, isn't it natural to think they're a cat?
まあそこまでは言ってないけど、簡素な人間関係もそれはそれで便利だと思うよ。知り合う人全部に全身全霊で向き合ってたら体力が持たないし、いろんなところに行けるようになっていろんな人と知り合えるようになった以上、人間関係も最適化させないと潰れちまうってのは友人からの受け売りだけど。
But then Arihiko, the one who said that, lived his life in an exact opposite manner.
そう、安心したわ。兄さんにも心を許せるご友人がいたんですね。機会があれば私にも紹介してもらおうかしら。もちろん遠野家の長男におかしな遊びを教えていないかどうか、じっくりと詰問させていただくのを前提で。
I realized yet again how scary my sister is. Not that I needed a reminder. Kohaku brought my hochicha while I was chatting with Akia. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I went grocery shopping today, and I bought curry mix or whatever you call it. I'm gonna make curry for the rest of the week because of Ciel Senpai. But while I was out shopping for curry to make curry, I tried to look at tea because I started making my own coffee, and that shit's good as fuck. So I'm like, damn, what if I make my own tea? So I started looking at tea, and then I'm like, fuck, I don't know which one's good. So I didn't buy any tea, but that's something in my to-do list. I want to learn to make tea and start drinking it and like during lunch or something, because I drink coffee in the morning. Its flavor is subtle, but it makes for a refreshing drink. The hot tea washes away my post-breakfast sluggishness. Akia, oh god. Oh, you can just win one with L2. Okay. I pressed down on accident. Akia rises from the sofa without a sound. It must be time for her to go to school.
お先に失礼しますね、兄さん。私は夕方まで帰れませんが、兄さんのご予定は？
え？
Her casual question makes me perk my head up. What are you going to do? For some reason, these unremarkable words pierce me through my heart. She's just asking about my plans for today. But it feels like she's asking me what I'm going to do from here on out.
いや、特に何もないよ。学校に行って終わったら帰ってくるだけだ。
そんなことなら午後の予定はキャンセルしておけばよかった。
Okay. Akia muttered discontentedly.
アキハ。
いえ、何でもありません。それではごきげんよう。兄さんも遅刻などしないでくださいね。
Hey man, why can't she be honest? She should have said, hey, we're not related. You wanna go out? I like you. I know you don't remember me for these past 7 years. I know your memories are all fucked up. Why would you just say that shit, right? Just drop the bomb. Clear the mood. Just tell him your true intention. I don't know why she just doesn't do that. His entire life is a lie. Just tell him that. I can at least a parlor with Kohaku. I don't know why she doesn't just do that. I'm left alone with my thoughts once again. Until yesterday, I had been so focused on what I should do that I never thought about what I wanted to do.
今の俺がしたいこと。
As one of the few who knows the truth, I should prioritize dealing with the vampire minion. But if I put my feelings of obligation aside, sure enough, Ciel's face pops into my brain.
そりゃシエル先輩のことは好きだけど。
I'm both interested in her and attracted to her. I want to get to know her better, see her smile more. And yet, as much as I like Ciel, I can't just ignore Arc.
いや、違う。放っておけないのは吸血鬼のことだからだ。町から吸血鬼がいなくなれば、きっと。
Then Arc and I will be done working together. There won't be any more loose ends. Things will go back to the way they were before.
そうだ。俺がしたいことなんてそれしかないじゃないか。
Satisfied with the conclusion, I get up from the sofa. It's 7:30. I better get going or I won't make it on time.
それはそれとして、ハルクエイドとのことは黙っているしかないんだよな。
The two of them are like oil and water. I feel a little guilty keeping it a secret, but I have to make sure Ciel doesn't find out until it's all over. She already knows though, man. She saw you with Arc holding her hand. She's gonna kill you, Shiki. All the girls in this game is Yandir, except for maybe Ciel. 10 minutes before homeroom, I arrived to find Adahiko and Ciel having a friendly chat by my desk.
あれ、シエル先輩。
What? What did I do? Ciel stopped sulking the moment I called her name.
よっ、おはようさん。時間ギリギリで投稿とか、お前さんもここ一番でついてないね。今朝はシエル先輩が遊びに来てくれたってのに。
ああ、それは見ればわかるけど、先輩、なんか様子がおかしくない？
あ？おかしいところなんてねっての。いつもキュートなシエル先輩舐めてんの？今だって俺とトーノの昔話で盛り上がって、あれ
Arihiko finally noticed it too. Ciel is obviously in a terrible mood. Her silence is intimidating. Scratch that. It's terrifying. Arihiko quietly inches toward me and speaks in a whisper.
おい、なんかしでかしたのかトーノ。先輩めちゃくちゃ不機嫌だぞ。さっきまであんなに笑顔だったのに。
いや、俺は何もしてない。お前こそなんか失礼なこと言ったんじゃないのか。
Wow. Ciel glares at me bitterly. No way. She couldn't have found out about me and Art, could she?
おはよう先輩。俺の席にいるってことは、今朝は俺に話でも？
別に遠野くんになんてみじんも関心はありません。ただちょっと気になったので様子を見に来ただけです。 よく貧血で倒れるとのことなので。
それ俺に用ですよね。
Well, that came out before I could stop myself.
見ようによってはそう言えないこともありま
So
せ
this
ん。
could be one way.
まったく朝から健康そうで結構ですね。
Ciel fidgets with her glasses, looking a little embarrassed. Her polite words clash horribly with her acidic tone.
とにかく私は乾くんと話しているのです。遠野くんに用はありませんか
What
ら
the fuck?
教室の隅かロッカーの中にでも入って自己反省をしていてください。
Ciel's expression tightens as she coolly delivers her killing blow. What the fuck? Ariko and I look at each other as if on cue.
つまりあれだ。理由はわからんが、先輩は遠野を懲らしめたいと。つうか土下座レベルで反省させたいと。
いえ、そこまでの話じゃないんですけど。
いや、そこまでの話と見た。こいつは人並みの情がないんでよく地雷踏むからな。よし、そういうことなら力になりましょう。
Sorry.
遠野、しりとりしようぜ。
なんでしりとり？
正気かてめえ。
Ciel and I shout in unison. Our eyes meet for a second, but we awkwardly look away.
どうしてしりとりなんでしょう。説明を求めます。
いやー、先輩、遠野の泣かせ方知ってる？
遠野くんの泣かせ方？知りませんが興味が湧いてきました。ぜひ教えてください。
もちろん。ただし遠野と仲直りするのが条件っす。遠野の弱みを教えるってことで手打ちにしてやってください。
Okay. Ciel oohs, impressed by Arihiko's deft negotiating. I gotta hand it to him. That's all it took for him to put Ciel in a good mood again. That said,
お前それ言っていいの俺じゃないか普通。
let's see. Hold on. Oh, hit the mic. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's gotta fix it. Whoops.
だってお前バラさねえじゃん。先輩朝から来てくれたのにお前は一向に来ないし、加えて何かしでかしたんならこれぐらいのリターンねえとな。
いやでも大体面白い話じゃないだろそれ。
遠野くんは黙っていてください。
What?
さあ乾くん、ハリアップ。こうなったら話を聞くまでテコでも動きません。
3 minutes into a homeroom. Just thinking about Ciel and Noel running into each other here is making my stomach hurt. There's no other way out.
それがですね、としりとりすると泣くんですよ。
What?
試しに1分続けてみると分かりますよ。
え？本当に？しりとりって
The hair's
あ
long
のしりと
now.
りですよね。言葉尻をつなげていく。
So it touches my ear sometimes when I wear
So.
headphones.
もうボロッボロ泣く。中学の頃それを知らない女子どもがびっくりしてさ、なんか悲しい出来事でも思い出させちゃったのとか。むやみに大人気で俺は頭にきましたけどね。
Ciel looks at me, confusion clear as day on her face. Same, really. But something that sometimes the human body just acts a certain way, and you have no idea why.
その繋がらない感じが嫌なんです。
Disconnect.
誰だってあるでしょう。理由はないけどダメなことって。食べ物の好き嫌いと同じです。
本当に？
Hold on. Lower it down. Over there. Yep. And then put this right here. There we go. It's playing like the mic and stuff. Ciel nervously asked me to confirm this ridiculous story.
はい、本当です。ああ、もうだからつまらないって言ったんだバカアリヒコ。見ろ、先輩だって呆れてるだろ。
I tried to change the subject. The fact that a word game is my ultimate weakness is just plain embarrassing. Though I seem to have misread Ciel's reaction.
いえ、呆れてなんかいませんよ。
What?
逆に感動しました。そんな秘密、遠野くんにもあったんですね。
Ciel's voice comes out shyly. She coughs the air to clear the air.
大変失礼しました。個人的な理由で遠野くんを糾弾したかった私ですが、
Personal issue.
それも筋違いだと反省しました。二度と教室に私情は持ち込まず、楽しい学園生活を送ることをここに誓いましょう。
Ciel turns to face me, a familiar smile on her face. Her mood seemed to have improved. But the bell rings heartlessly, signaling the start of homeroom. We had to put our chat on hold until lunch.
おっと、時間ですね。
Chikandes.
それでは乾くん、遠野くん、縁があればまた放課後に。乾くんもあんまりサボっちゃダメですよ。
Although she's in a rush, Ciel leaves the classroom at a natural, unhurried pace. Ariko waves to her back. Her verbal warning may have worked. It looked like he's going to stick around for class today. Yeah, class is more fun if you got someone cool to hang out with. Third period, math. The day crawls by. Everything the same as it always been. Human habits don't change as long as anything strange stays out of sight. I sit here, in class, knowing that vampires still lurk around town. Everyone continue their routine, that people have been getting murdered. Humans are so resilient. They are able to dull their sense of danger and adapt to any change they are faced, but to protect their way of life. It's a fundamental skill for all who lived in modern society. Incidentally, Arihiko has been gone since first period. Ciel warning lasted for all of an hour. This is also a routine. Arihiko Inoue won't change his lifestyle because of a big hole in front of a station. Even if he senses that there's something wrong, he can't break free from his habits. Maybe I'm just the same. I go to class knowing there's still a vampire around. I let the vampire roam free in order to stick to Shikitono routine. By telling myself that they pose no threat during the day, that I can't meet up with Arc until nighttime, I prioritize my comfort, my own comfort and well-being by preaching about doing good. Do I lack a sense of danger or a sense of justice? Probably both. I threw them out the window the moment I agreed to cooperate with the vampire, Arc. I conform to human society while going down a path no normal person would choose, and that feels completely natural to me.
どうしました、遠野くん。気分が悪いんですか？
I answered no to the voice coming to the front of the classroom. I feel fine. In fact, I've been feeling pretty good since yesterday. Confused, I turned towards the window. That's odd. Even the transparent reflection on my face looks decidedly sick. My body crumples without a sound. Distantly, I can make out the teacher's concerned voice calling to me. Feeling too good is what led to my downfall. My fading vision is probably the result of anemia-induced dizziness. Try as I might to maintain it, I lose consciousness. Everything around me turns black, like a curtain has fallen over the world. He passed out. Someone took him to the nurse office. I dreamed suddenly. Going to dream about Roa? When I was young, I spent months in the care of a local hospital, being treated for an illness. It was a dull but tranquil time, allowing me to recover both physically and mentally. Not long after I was discharged, I had a dream that smelled of blood. Some relatives took me in, and those days passed by peacefully. I was a model student, graduating middle school without any issue. But no matter what, I could never escape the touch of death. It followed me constantly, like a shadow. After receiving news of my father passing, I returned to my family home and was reunited with my sister for the first time in years. While she had grown into a beautiful woman, Parts of her hadn't changed at all. There were two twin girls who were devoted to taking care of the mansion. I tried my hardest not to look, but I knew that I'm able to see an end to everything here as well. I saw a woman I didn't know. A woman I had nothing to do with. It was a random encounter. Even with my abnormality, I still felt human. I entered her room. Her vitality was captivating. My spine trembled with lust. I didn't need to understand the concept of love to know that this was it. I wanted to know this woman. So I did. And without excuse or denial, this was the end result. The warm blood sears my skin. The nauseating stench of the stuffing that spills out of each unraveled seam assault my senses. The batumen is like an overturned bucket, but the extremities bring to mind something different. The scattered arm and leg look like slices of cake, red like strawberries, white like cream, yellow like sponge cake. The pungent air sticks to me, reeking of violence. The smell of blood and organs enters my nostrils and penetrates my brain. My thoughts are shaking into disarray. My sense of reality is blurred. My body becomes weightless. My eyes are glued to this image. I hear a dripping sound, the hiss of rain, or the rush of waterfall. It is only about 3 liters of blood. Yet I feel like I am in an endless ocean. The cross-section of any body part is captivating enough to be a work of art. The more I compare them, the more my own ugliness stand out. I feel like a soldier, parachuting down to the ground. What I was looking down upon just a moment ago is actually so large that I had to crane my neck up at it. The corpse expands. A tsunami crashes into my mind. It's too late for me. It's too overwhelming to contain. There's no metaphor. The amount of information I am trying to process is enough to drown me. I can't run. I can't even breathe. This is the mechanism of life, far too vast. I hid my eyes from it until now, learning of it only as a functional concept. As my consciousness grows smaller and smaller, so does my sense of self. My individual self withers away, unable to withstand its own inferiority. I am powerless to stop it. The more I fade away, the more my senses are obscured, the larger the world grows. The realization hits that I'm nothing more than an insect. The dismembered parts are like giant buildings. The spilled blood become a flood submerging the city. I become a maggot, infesting the corpse and look up at the scene. This is what it means to kill a person. Surrounded by my own wretched deed, I quiver like I'm a victim, frantically, shamelessly looking for salvation. See, you've shown your true colors now. Hearing someone speak to me, I snap out of my masochistic trance. What lies before me is very clearly a corpse. I learned that once the human body stops moving, it becomes an unwanted baggage. It becomes an eyesore. It takes up space. It's hard to clean up after. It's a hassle to dispose of. I see. No wonder I don't like having this indoors. It doesn't count because your target resurrected. Don't run from your own guilt. No matter the target, it doesn't change the fact that you're a freak. Ah, this feeling. You've always been unhuman. You can't restore humanity that was never there. Did you really think you've been a good person this whole time? It feels so good in the worst way. I'm going to puke. How stupid. I already killed once with these hands. What am I losing my mind over now? The creature I am is worth even less than an insect. Beauty? I never had the right to speak of such a thing to begin with. It was all a dream. A silly dream that I was a decent human being. My consciousness feels dulled, like I'm waking up from a nightmare or something. I open my eyes to see that I'm in the nurse office. I've been here so many times, I can tell just by looking at the ceiling. The curtains are drawn around me as I lie in bed. Although I'm awake, I can't move. It feels as if blood flow has been cut off to my extremities. All I'm able to do is breathe, and even that takes conscious effort. I might pass out again if I lose focus. When this happened, there's nothing I can do but wait for my circulation to improve. Calling for help would only make me lose even more strength. I look up at the ceiling without moving an inch, and finally regain my hearing. I hear voices coming from the other side of the curtain.
この国に来てから出費が増えて大変よね。安くていいものばかりなんだもの。お買い物もつい弾んじゃうんじゃない？そうそう。昨日潰した人の話したっけ？高級マンションに引きこもってたやつ。もうめっちゃくちゃいいお酒持ってたの。処分した人の持ち物には手を出しちゃいけない決まりだけど、
What the fuck?
1回拝借しても
Is this
よかったか
Noel?
な。そもそもあいつら味覚ないんでしょ？なんでワインなんてコレクションしてたのかしら。
生前からの習慣でしょう。人化した人間は人間以上の体を得たにもかかわらず、人間だった頃の趣味に執着します。肉体が変化したことへの反動として人間的だった自己にすがりつくんです。
それちょっとわかるかも。先生も若い頃の洋服大事に取ってあるし、もう
What the
着れないのに捨てられないのよね。だって一度も着れなかったし、お姫様みたいなドレスでね、着こなすには勇気が必要だったの。そんな勇気が出る前に大人になっちゃったけど。
Wait a
ノエル
minute.
先生。
Let me see. Noel. You know, spoiler alert, Noel. Let me look at it. I'm not gonna show you guys because it's technically spoiler, even though I spoiled the shit out of this already. I'll show you when we see her in her spoiler whatever. Where is it? There. There. What's it called? Melty Blood type Lumina. I think I just call it Melty Blood. Cade. Where's Noel? Did I not do it? DLC. That's not her dress. Oh no. Hey, they should have put that in. They should have given her dress when she turned into whatever, right? She talked about it here. So.
そういう意味じゃないってば。ただの思い出話よ。でもなるほどね。本国の首都に宗教家が多いのはそういうわけだったんだ。この国の吸血鬼たちが物欲に走りがちなのも納得。あれ？でも日本人って仏様にお祈りするんでしょ？シエルさん、確かお母さんが日本人だったわよね。こっちに親戚とかいないの？
Was Ciel always half Japanese? I thought she was 100% French. In the OG Tsukihime at least. She's like Japanese.
それは今関係のない話です。
Or half Japanese. What the hell? She's Japanese French?
それより静かに。彼が起きてしまいます。疲れているようですし、昼食まで睡眠を取らせるべきでしょう。
The voice belongs to Ciel and Noel. From what they were talking about. I'm guessing they're the only ones in here. They must have heard that I fainted and came to check up on me.
そうかしら。四季君、もう目覚めないと思うけど。脈拍は平常時の半分。体温は30度あるかないか。意識レベルも睡眠というより昏睡じゃない？これで目が覚めるなら、それこそおかしいんじゃないかしら。
シエルさん。
Sorry to disappoint you. Noel's tone sounds vaguely cold.
それはそうでしょうけど。そうなんだってば。もうなんかシエルさんにしては歯切れが悪いのよね。これじゃいつもと立場が逆じゃない？
So,
悪い冗談みたい。鬼のかく乱っていうのかな。もしかしてお風邪？使徒のねぐらの調査先生だけで行こうか？それこそ冗談です。風邪をひくなんてそんな人間らしいことがあるはずがないでしょう。体に異常はありません。調査は私だけで行います。
investigating the dead apostle layer. That job would be theirs originally. Arc is the one acting out of turn here, killing dead apostles while being a vampire herself. But anyway.
先輩、俺目が覚めてますよ。
Okay. Oh, you heard everything. Oh, I'd just be eavesdropping if I kept lying here, so I forced some air into my lungs and speak.
四季君、本当に大丈夫なの？見た感じ生きてるだけで精一杯って感じだけど、お家の人呼ぶ？
ノエル先生、お家の人を呼ぶってお葬式の準備をするみたいなニュアンスで言いませんでした。
で、バレちゃった？うん、冗談がわかるぐらいには覚醒できてるみたいね。
I like her. Like, no, that's the dumbest face I ever seen. And I love it. I love it.
どれどれ体温はと、あらま、35度まで回復してる。もしかして本当にただの貧血だった？
そうですよ。これぐらいの貧血には慣れてます。もう少し横になっていれば持ち直しますから、その聴診器は引っ込めてください。心音とか聞かなくていいですから。掛け布団も剥がさないでください。
お胸の診察はまた今度か？残念だけど、このレベルの貧血が日常というとんでも発言に免じて自重してあげます。これでも先生だものね、私。生徒の健康には気を使わなくっちゃ。でも四季君が無事で安心したわ。地下で助けられたこともあるし、ここで死なれたら悲しいものね。そうよね、シエルさん。そうですね。たとえ自業自得だとしても、私たちの前で死なれるのは困ります。今のように話を盗み聞かれるのも面白くありませんが。
What? What the fuck? Why were you why are you blaming Chicky? You guys were talking in front of him. It's not his fault. Ciel speaks plainly. More blunt than angry. It's different from how she was this morning. I know she has been giving me a hard time, but still, it's a bit harsh to say that I was eavesdropping.
すみません。すぐ倒れる貧弱な体質で、先輩ほど頑丈じゃないんです。
私の体の話はしていません。とにかくしばらくおとなしくしているように。町はまだ危険な状態です。勝手に出歩いて勝手に襲われる人を助けるほど私たちも暇ではありませんから。あら、四季君なら死者ぐらいは返り討ちにできるんじゃない？というか先生ひらめいちゃった。ねえシエルさん、死者探しの仕事四季君に協力してもらうのはどう？
Oh shit.
私たちもう無関係な他人じゃないんだし。
Noelle tosses me a wink. She must be talking about the same thing Arc is doing. I can't. I have Arc. What the hell? Would like to make myself useful or okay. It is the Ciel Route.
ありえません。人手は足りています。馬鹿げた発言は控えるように。代行者ノエル。
Okay. I didn't even get a chance to reply. Ciel sounded dead serious. After coolly reprimanded Noelle, she walks over to the door.
私はここで失礼します。ノエル先生は自分の職務に専念してください。遠野くんは二度と吸血鬼に関わらない。
Dude, why is she so cold towards Shiki?
これは警告です。破った者には私から相応の処置があると覚悟するように。
Is it because she's jealous of Arc? Is that why?
怒られちゃった。
What the fuck is
やっぱ
she?
り本音出すと怖いわね、あの子。
I like her so much, man. Why can't they make her the main character? Give me a third row. You have Arc, Ciel, and then the Noelle route. How about that? Roof.
ま、
Oh.
そうでなくちゃ私もやってらんないんだけど。
Ciel has left the nurse office, but Noelle remains seated in her chair. Yes. I can feel my hands and legs again. I take a deep breath and sit up. Just before 11. I should be able to make it to 4th period.
あら、四季くんもう授業に戻るの？放課後まで休んでいくと思ったのに。
そうしたいところですけど、体が動くなら授業に出ますよ。いつ倒れるかわからないんだし、あんまり休めません。
可愛い顔なのに真面目なんだ。ますますキュンときちゃうかも。先生ね、無理してるくせに平気そうにしている人って昔からタイプなんだ。もちろん男の人限定で。女の場合はまた別の話だから。
Why is it different for girls? Noelle lowers herself onto an empty bed as she speaks. Is she messing with me, or nope, she's seriously about to take a nap?
じゃあ、善良な学生生活。しっかりね。
She's taking a nap.
先生はもうちょっと休んでいくから。ちょっと風邪気味みたいなのよね。食欲もないしやる気も出ないし。夏バテみたいなものかしら。
Okay. She closes the curtains around the bed, whistling cheerfully as she lies down.
俺が言えることじゃないけど、教師がそんな簡単に休んでいいんですか？
ほんと、君が言えることじゃないわね。大人だってサボりたい時があるのよ。いいじゃない。自習の一つや二つ。私サンタクロースみたいなもんだし。
Santa
ちょっと
Claus.
早いけど、子供たちにプレゼントをあげましょう。
Yeah, she's not suitable to be a teacher. What the fuck? Noelle gives me a truly bizarre answer and promptly falls asleep. I feel awkward waking her up, and I need to hurry if I'm going to make it to 4th period on time. Just in case, I take some cold medication out of the medicine cabinet and set on the table before leaving the nurse office. Oh, to make it look like Noelle took those medication? How sweet of him. Is it lunchtime or did we skip that? 4th period just ended. Should I go find Ciel in the tea ceremony room or eat lunch by myself? Either way, I have to drop by the school store to buy some food first. While on my way to the school store, I spot Ciel cutting across the courtyard. She casually exchanged greetings with some other students as she heads for the school gates. Is she leaving at lunchtime? Strange, I can't think of a reason why Ciel, who loved the school store, or at least a certain type of bread they stock, would go out for lunch. Could she be going out to investigate the vampire lair she mentioned in the nurse office? If that's the case, I can't just ignore this. There are some things I want to confirm with her anyway.
それに、アルクエイドとの約束もあるし、吸血鬼のねぐらを事前に見つけられるなら、あいつだって喜ぶだろう。
Even if Arc looks fine on the outside, she's still recovering from her injuries. It would be embarrassing if I didn't put my own weight here. Alright, I'm going after Ciel. If I properly plead my case, I don't think she'll just ignore me. I hurry and exit the school gates. Even though Ciel was just walking, I have to run as fast as I can just to catch up to her. She's there, on the path leading to the station. I recognize her anywhere.
いや、間違いはないんだけど。
How did she walk so damn fast? She turns an inconspicuous side alley. Damn, I'll lose her if I don't hurry. This is the alley? Look like a city. But after running non-stop, my lungs are on fire, and I had to stop to catch my breath. Though I managed to chase after her, I lost sight of her the moment I arrived at the area outside the station's south exit. It's just before 11 p.m. This side of the station is mostly office building, so it isn't as busy as the north exit, but I only see some office workers on their way back to work after lunch.
結局駅まで来たけど。
I clutch my chest to calm my pounding heart and take another look around. The station's south side is quite the lovely sight compared to the noise and traffic around the north exit. But I still lost sight of Ciel. I underestimated her, thinking it would be fine since it was only a little distance between us. She didn't notice me, or rather, I didn't get close enough to call out to her. I don't think she purposely hides to throw me off her trail, so that means...
急ぎすぎて途中で追い越しちゃったかな。
いえ、こういう場合は追い越しちゃったではなく、待ち伏せされちゃったと言うんですよ、遠野くん。
先輩
先輩
いつの間にこんな近くに。さっきまであんなに離れてましたよね。
あんなにとは大げさかつ曖昧ですね。距離にして19メートル弱、ベースボールでいうところのピッチャーからキャッチャーまで離れていたと正しく言ってほしいところです。
I'm in trouble. Her words are light-hearted, but her eyes are not smiling. That's to be expected. After this morning and what happened in the nurse office, she got every right to be annoyed with me telling her. But I didn't chase her all the way out here just for shits and giggles. It's time for me to plead my case.
こんにちは先輩。こんな時間に外で会うなんて奇遇だね。
ええ、奇遇ですね。私はこれから電車に乗って隣町まで行くんですが、遠野くんは
No.
早退して帰宅ですか？
いえ、帰るのは後です。俺も先輩と同じ電車に乗りますから。
ほうほう。5次元目はボイコットですか？
Boycott. What? Skipping? Did she say boycott or skipping? I don't know. I bite back on the urge to point out that she's also skipping class, but I can't afford to open myself up to some snappy comeback.
サボります。今は授業より先輩がどこに行こうとしているのかが知りたいです。
そうですか。保健室で私が言ったことを覚えていますか？
The sound of my own gulping fills my ear. If I get the wrong reply here, she'll officially label me a nuisance. Worst case, she'll send me straight back to the nurse office.
これが最後です。私の行き先はあなたの想像通り、吸血鬼の調査です。危険ばかりで楽しいことなんてありません。おとなしく学校に戻って。
嫌です、そんなの。俺、吸血鬼に関わるなとは言われたけど、先輩に関わるなとは言われてませんから。
My back goes ramrod straight as I look her in the eye. Although I said it without thinking, now that it's out there, I refuse to take it back. I care more about Ciel than I do about this vampire situation. There's something about the thought of her doing this all alone I just can't stand.
私に関わるということは、吸血鬼に関わるということです。今のは詭弁に過ぎません。
それはずるい。学校の先輩であるシエル先輩と教会のシエル先輩は別枠でしょ。そうじゃなかったら先輩は俺の教室に来てないでしょ。だって教室に吸血鬼はいないんだし。
それはそうですが。
俺は学校の先輩の手伝いがしたいだけです。下心で動いているんです。なのにそれが吸血鬼退治なんて話になってるんで、ほんと迷惑してるだけです。先輩がもっと普通の悩みとか持っていてくれたらこんな苦労はしていません。
High time I just lay out all the cards. I know how desperate I must sound, But if I don't try every move I got now, Ciel will definitely go alone. Like I said myself, like I let myself get back to the nurse office. I come this far. Come hell or high water, I'm following Ciel.
確かに学校の私と代行者の私は違う立場と考えるべきでしたね。一緒にしてしまったら明日から学校には行けなくなります。まったくこれだから遠野くんは怖いです。窮地になると急所をついてくるんですから。
Somewhat exasperated, Ciel sighed helplessly. In other words, this means...
一緒に行っていいってことですか、先輩。
はい、遠野くんに見つかってしまった私の落ち度ということで今日だけは特別です。ついてくるだけなら多めに見ます。無鉄砲な後輩に吸血鬼のねぐらがどんなものか知ってもらうのもマイナスではありませんし。
先輩。
I must have gotten through to her, because her usual smile has returned. All is right in the world.
ただしその前に反省してもらわなければいけません。あなたがどれほど度しがたい失敗をしたのか分かっていますか？
失敗ですか？
Is she talking about last night when I was with Arc? If she brings that up, I have no way to explain myself, but...
先ほどの尾行、あれはひどいです。足音も気配もダダ漏れで見つけてくださいと言っているようなものでした。
Yes.
私だったから良かったものの、ノエル先生や死者相手にあんなことをしたら翌朝には路地裏で目を覚ますことになりますから、今後は注意するように。
Why Noelle? What would Noelle do to Shiki at the back alley? She's angry at me over my lack of stalking skills. She seems more upset about my clumsy attempt at telling her than anything. I get the idea she intended to shake me, but I got so frustrated that my lack of subtlety that she had to stop and say something. Hold on. I was just changing position. It's a little too late to claim I wasn't actually trying to tell her in secret or anything.
でもそうですね。次からは善処します。
Where'd I got like a chair for my feet? That'd be nice. I answered her with a strained laugh. She can be harsh at times, but deep down, Ciel is a very caring person. Yeah, she cares about Shiki. I mean, everyone cares about Shiki. Who doesn't care about Shiki? Even the enemies cares about Shiki. Kinda. Not really. I don't know actually about the enemies. We ride the train for 2 stops to Kushizuka Station. Excuse me. From the station, we catch a bus and ride it for about 20 minutes. And when we get off the nearest bus stop, it's another 20 minutes on foot to our destination. Excuse me. It was a bit of a walk from the residential area to the center of the industrial district. But we finally arrived at the building, cloaked in a lingering presence of death. I guess I didn't tell you guys earlier, but I basically had curry chicken. Was it curry chicken sandwich? Yeah, curry chicken sandwich earlier today. It was influenced by Ciel Senpai. They keep talking about curry bread. So I basically got curry bread. I'm like, that was pretty fucking good. I also got curry to make for the rest of the week. I'm making curry for the rest of the week.
使徒のねぐらですよ。いえ、でしたと言うべきですね。以前に処理した人から手に入れた情報でしたが、完全に放棄されているようです。
An abandoned nest. In the end, the lead led us nowhere. The place has seen better days, but is an utter ruin, unfit for strays, let alone dead apostles. Though not far from town, it lingers from here neglected and forgotten. It must have been quite a large hospital before it got closed down. I can see how spacious it is even from outside the gates. Weeds had taken roots to the crack of the asphalt. One of the wards is so damaged that it's falling apart. Maybe there was a fire. If there was, the distance between the damaged and undamaged area is a little too extreme.
念のため中に入って汚染状況を確認します。
Ciel doesn't bother asking if I'm coming along. Perhaps that's her way of telling me that this is my own choice and she's not forcing me into this. I simply nod and follow after her. We trample the weed as we make our way into the abandoned hospital grounds. The sky is so high here. There are no tall buildings on the horizon, allowing the blue expanse to stretch into infinity. It's so bright and vivid, it makes my eyes hurt.
吸血鬼の汚れは微弱に残っていますが、今は何の害もありませんね。この規模の病院ですから、廃墟になる前は大きな拠点だったとは思いますが。
地下墓地みたいなですか？
ええ。病院は首都にとって利用しやすく、また価値のある施設です。個人資産によるものならなおさらですね。
We enter the ruins of the hospital building. Ciel goes through and meticulously examines each room one by one. I think she already knows that there is nothing here. Even so, she painstakingly checks if there are anything out of the ordinary. It's the exact opposite of Art Careless method.
先輩、ちょっと話をしていいですか？
もう、いいですよ。それぐらいは覚悟していましたから。邪魔をしない程度ならどうぞ。
じゃあ遠慮なく。吸血鬼は2種類いて、先輩たちがやっつけてるのは使徒の方ですよね。先輩たちが追っていた使徒、この町に居ついた使徒はどんなやつだったんですか？
詳しくは話せませんが、典型的な使徒ですよ。少しずつ町に浸透していき、勢力を伸ばしていくタイプです。グローブ・アルハンゲリほど直接的な脅威ではありません。
I see. So Vlav wasn't the church target either. Vlav was more like an unexpected visitor. But Ark and Ciel both came into this town to pursuit of the same vampire who made his nest here, however many years ago.
そうですか。そいつの名前は？
She stays still for a moment. After she finishes investigating the 9th abandoned room, she sighs in defeat and answers me.
ロア。ミハイル・ロア・バルダムよ。人間だった頃は、教会の司祭だったと聞いています。
The name of her enemy. Roa, the same name Art gave me. It's the vampire that reincarnates at will, or something. I still don't really understand why that means exactly. And Ciel isn't giving me any more details. We continue to search the abandoned hospital. After thoroughly investigating the first and second floors, Ciel heads for the 3rd floor. We make our way up the stairs. She breaks the silence.
例えばの話ですけど。
It's more like she's talking to herself, though.
例えばの話ですけど。ある日、自分が突然ホラー映画の主役になっていて、何の説明もなく悪役だと知らされて、開始1分から散々暴れて、登場人物たちをみんな殺してしまったとします。1時間半、もうノンストップで。殺害人数は4桁を軽くオーバーです。
この状況でホラー映画の話とか、もどかしっこはなしですよ、先輩。
例え話ですから最後まで聞いてください。遠野くんはたまたま気まぐれで映画館によってその映画を見たとします。誰かが主役のそのホラー映画を見終わってふと横の席を見ると、そこには悪役だった誰かが座っていました。映画のエンドロールから抜け出してきたばかりの血まみれの誰かが。彼は言います。 はじめまして誰かさん。映画の世界からやってきたものです。ああ、でも安心して。怖がらないで。私は台本通りに殺人鬼を演じただけ。それがまさか終わった後に映画から追い出されるとは思ってもいなかった。
What kind of analogy is this, Nasu?
あなたは彼をどう思いますか？脚本通りなら仕方がないと歓迎するか、フィクションであろうと悪役は悪役だと糾弾するか、それとも映画の中に戻れと非難するか。この場合どれが人間として正しいのでしょう？
Look, man, I have a job, and I've been told once you have a job, you become a Reddit user, and that's kind of true in a sense. I've been into enough Reddit forums where the girl at the ring, and they come out the TV screen to a Reddit user. The Reddit user gonna do everything in their power to keep her from leaving. They were like, please, marry me. Don't leave. You're the only girl that ever talked to me. Please. Ciel Senpai, if you're the slasher for the movie, I will tell you, please don't leave me. Please. I love you. You're hot. I don't have an answer. Hypothetical or not, her story came out of nowhere. It's so chilling that I wouldn't even begin to come up with a response.
先輩?
Confused by her intentions, I call out to her cold, distant figure. She lets out a a short, self-derisive, what the fuck is that word? Derisive chuckle and turn around.
なんてちょっとした退屈しのぎでした。
really
突然遠野くんに意地悪したくなったのです。昨夜そういう内容のホラー映画を借りてしまって、あんまりにも真に迫っていたので遠野くんにもホラーを分けてあげようかなと。
そうですか。突然意地が悪くなったことはどうかと思いますけど、その映画自体は面白そうですね。二重構造でよくできています。タイトルを教えてくれれば俺も借りてみますよ。
ええ、この事件が片付いたらぜひ。
Does Ciel not know that Shiki's a murderer? Why didn't Shiki just tell her that he's a murderer? If she's a murderer, he's a murderer too. They both are murderer. So they can get along with each other again. At some point during our conversation, our investigation reached its end. We arrive at the last remaining staircase on the 3rd floor. The ceiling is collapsed here, granting us a clear view of the blue sky outside. This is...
おっと、この部屋で最後ですね。残念。いえ、幸いなことに使徒の痕跡はなし。今回は完全に外れでした。
Ciel's voice seems a little more cheerful than it was earlier. Now that investigation is over, she has deemed this place safe. She probably no longer needs to be cautious as before. What do I do? Think we can go back. Think we should go back if we're done. Think I like to go back if we're done. Think we can go back. Think we should or we can go back. We should is demanding. We can is giving her a choice. Think I means I don't give a fuck what you think. I want to go back. So we can is like the least aggressive one.
そっか。なら戻りましょう、先輩。さすがに疲れました。昼間とはいえ、廃病院っていうのも気持ちが悪いし。
おや、あの地下広場でも音を上げなかった遠野くんらしくありませんね。
ですね。あそこまでぶっ飛んでると、もう驚きしかないんです。一方、廃病院は立派な都市階段ですから。
He's in the hospital.
こっちの方が怖いです。
A lot.
なるほど。そういうことなら夜についてきてもらえばよかったですね。遠野くんの怖がる顔、見るチャンスだったのに。
Ciel casually says something unbelievably scary again. I guess she's not teasing me yet. She's not done teasing me yet. But at least we're done with this place. Ciel agreed to my proposition, so we quickly leave the hospital. I thought the same thing when we first arrived. But the sky is really vast and beautiful here. I think Ciel ending was called Vast Blue Sky? I wonder if it's still called that on the remake. Her OG ending was called Vast Blue Sky or something like that. It's just past 3 p.m. when you get back to Soya Station. You missed all the afternoon classes. Even if we went back now, school would already be out. Excuse me. Though I should be at least go back to grab my bag. Well, that was embarrassing. My stomach loudly announced its discontent over me skipping lunch.
ふむ。
Okay.
空腹ですか、遠野くん。
Yes.
恥ずかしながら購買部に行く途中で先輩を見かけたから昼抜きなんです。
ご飯食べていきます？ちょうどこの辺りにいいお店があるんですよ。
I freeze up at the unexpected turn of luck. Going to a restaurant means I get to eat out with Ciel. Nice! Even if it is a trap, I'm happily fall for it. God, I love to, but...
いえ、あまりお腹は減ってませんから。
That's a lie. I had a big appetite yesterday, and today's no different. But sadly, I have no money to go out dining this month. Ciel even said it's a good place, so it'll probably be eye-poppingly expensive. As heartbreaking as it is, the manly thing to do would be to decline.
まあまあそう言わずに、一食ぐらいでしたらおごっちゃいますから。
Hey yo, she's paying.
先輩らしく手伝ってくれた後輩へのお礼をさせてください。
Ciel managed to see right through me. Just as far as my act goes, there's no way I can refuse when she's smiling like that.
すみません。実はお腹が減って倒れそうでした。お願いですから、その素敵なお店に連れて行ってください。
It's a date. I prostrate myself before Ciel.
はい、素直な返事で大変結構です。
Echo desu.
それでは可愛い後輩のため、張り切って一肌脱ぎましょう。
She leads me towards the shopping district with a skip in her step. Is she that happy to ask her? I ask her to treat me. The area is crowded with a bunch of small eateries. Perhaps it's one of those well-hidden 3-star restaurants. Dude, I didn't know she was half Japanese. That still fucking shocked me. She's half Japanese? I always thought Ciel was French. 1000%. But maybe now she's only 50% French. What the heck? Okay, we're at a curry shop. Now, let me correct myself. Whoa, the song. Okay. We're at an authentic Indian curry shop. It's bleeding authenticity. Authenticity, no matter where you look.
おっと残念。ランチタイムは終わってしまいましたか。スパイシーチキンはつきませんね。
Spicy chicken. Ciel looked genuinely disappointed.
はい、どうぞ遠野くん。
Dude, I got curry. Well, I don't have Indian curry. I don't know how to make that one. I have Japanese instant curry. Ciel hands me a rewards card. It is fully stamped and written in bold letter. It's the meal for a full card. Amazing free curry meal.
はい。
I see what she's getting at, but I'm sure to confirm with her just in case.
カレーセット無料券です。どうぞ好きなセットを頼んでください。私のおすすめはバターチキンカレーです。辛ければいいというものでもありませんし、遠野くんは初心者ですし。
I agree with her, dude. Butter chicken curry. You can't go wrong with butter chicken curry.
だよね。そういうことだよね。
I nod and give the server my order for the butter chicken curry meal, pretending not to see Ciel's finger automatically gravitate to a meal marked in the menu as level 10 in spiciness. But to my surprise, she only orders chai.
先輩、飲み物だけでいいんですか？もっとこう、ほら。
We came all the way here to a curry place on her recommendation. So it'd be weird she didn't get a serving of her favorite food.
いえ、私はお昼はちゃんといただきましたので、夕食前だし、今食べてしまうと1日4食になっちゃいます。
Yon? It's okay. In other words, she's practicing self-restraint and considering what a healthy caloric intake would entail for a girl her age. I like this song. This song is really good. Damn it. Oh, wow. Okay. Is that naan? That looks like naan. And they got a salad on the side. And that's, I'm guessing, is that, yeah, that's the butter chicken curry. Looks a little more red. Where's the chicken at? The butter chicken curry is delicious. Perhaps it's because of the butter, but the curry sauce is the perfect blend of sweet and spicy. The naan is warm and soft, and my taste buds are overwhelming by flavor with each bite. This place is incredible. Curry Shop Messian. I'll remember the name. I gotta tell Arihiko about this place. However, as good as it tastes, it's a little nerve-wracking eating in front of Ciel. She's staring at my food without even blinking. I feel like a yoga trainee sitting on a bed of nails. I can't savor the sauce as I just scoop up with my spoon like this.
先輩、ちょっと食べます？
I lightheartedly turn my spoon towards her to test the waters. I happily split some of the curry onto the plate of her own if she'll have some.
はい、ちょっとだけなら。
Wow, that was quick. Like a happy kid, Ciel opens her mouth and gives my spoon a little nom. It happened all so fast, I didn't have time to react.
いえ、スプーンじゃなくて小皿に分けるという意味だったんですが。
ごめんなさい。つい釣られちゃって。
Yeah, and what a big catch it turned out to be. Ciel showed a tense up in embarrassment. I'm just glad I got to see such an amazingly cute side of her. So there's no need for her to apologize.
失礼しました。小皿に分けるなんて全くの想定外だったので。
先輩の中でどんだけ心が狭いんですか、俺は。はい、どうぞ。何も一枚食べてください。
Oh, he's so nice. I split the sauce between our plates and go back to eating my portion.
遠慮しないで食べてください。もともと先輩の日々の努力の成果なんですから。間食については考えない方向で。
はあ、そういうことではないのですが。
Ciel sheepishly takes a spoonful of curry. And then she makes that face. Seeing her smile like she found heaven in a single bite makes me want to order second. If I can see her smile like that, I could keep eating curry forever. Yes, Curry Senpai. She earned that nickname through her hard work of eating curry. We finished our meal. I wonder if the owner prided himself on taking good care of the regulars. We were treated to some complimentary tea, so we're sticking around to relax a little. We talked idly about school for a while, but then Ciel straightened up.
いい機会だから聞かせてください。どうして遠野くんはこの事件に関わるんですか？あんな目にあったのに怖くないんですか？それとも使徒を殺せる異能があるから怖くないとか。
She gets straight to the point.
いえ、怖いですよ。銃を持てば戦争は怖くなくなるなんて話は聞いたこともないし。自分にどんな武器があっても怖いものは怖いです。逃げられるものなら逃げてしまいたい。
There's no point even trying to sugarcoat this. As someone who can see death, I think I'm actually more cowardly than most.
本当は逃げたいんですね。でも、ならどうして？
どうしてって、そんなの。
To maintain the peace in this town, to give solace to the souls of the victim, to protect the people close to me. Those words flash across my mind, but they're only secondary. The real reason I can't run away is because I still remember what I saw that night.
そんなの決まってます。 先輩が頑張っているからです。
I say what's on my mind, in a tone filled with respect and appreciation. That night, trapped within that inescapable extreme code, Ciel fought all alone. Not for herself, but to protect the lives of the people she didn't even know. Unlike me, who was just trying to save his own ass, she gave everything. She threw herself onto the front lines to protect all those behind her. That's right, the reason why I keep thinking of that moment, even when I'm falling asleep, is because it was so noble. I was both captivated by Ciel's action and struck by the tragic heroism of it to a degree that I couldn't help but tear up. That's why I'll always remember that. Even if I'm nowhere near as strong as she is. Even if she will receive no gratitude from the people she saved, at least I'll remain to remember her sacrifice. That way, at the very least, even if it's just me, someone will be there to thank her.
私が頑張っているからですか？
はい。人知れず戦ってくれている人がいるんだから、こっちだって簡単には逃げ出せません。というか、そもそも
I was saved by that very someone. I probably wouldn't be here if Ciel hadn't offered me her hand on that day when I killed Orc.
そもそも先輩がブローブを倒してくれなかったらみんな死んでいたんだし、俺がやってることは単に先輩への恩返しみたいなものです。
In the end, the truth is too embarrassing for me to say it out loud. Still, I think my feeling gratitude have reached her.
ああ、でも先輩の足手まといになってるのは変わりませんね。相手はもう死んでいる。相入れない敵だって分かっているのに割り切れない。
The fact they look and act like human continues to put a damper on my resolve. Vampires or not, I have to overcome my inner conflict.
怖い怖い言ってられませんね。先輩の役に立ちたいんならもっと強い心を持たないと。
いえ、それを直すなんてとんでもない。それは良くない勘違いです。
先輩？
What?
失礼しました。
What he said? Okay.
でもそこはぜひそのままで。弱くても私はそんな遠野くんがいいです。いちいち迷ってしまう人だから私も守りたいと思うんです。
Dang, dude, she likes you. Dang, I'm not sure if I'm more embarrassed or happy, but either way, I can't look her in the eye right now. Likewise, Ciel doesn't seem to be able to meet my eye either. She's covering it up by idly tapping her teaspoon. 5 minutes pass just like that. The teen has gone cold. We can't stay like this, so I push myself to find something to talk about.
そうだ先輩。
Ouch.
先輩はすごく強いけど格闘技とかやってるんですか？ほら武器もいっぱい持ってたし。
Damn it, what am I saying?
格闘技とは言えませんが、基本的なサバイバル技術は教え込まれました。あとは対吸血鬼専門の対処法をいくつか習得したぐらいです。骨剣も結界も奇跡もそれなりに使えると思います。
そうなんだ。俺は見ることしかできないけど先輩はやっぱりいろいろできるんだね。
I laughed to forcibly cover up my foolishness. But, for some reason, it seems the mood has shifted.
見るだけですか？
So the only thing you...
私もまだ詳しい説明を聞いてはいませんでした。遠野くんはブローブの腕を切断していましたが、
Oh, she's
あ
finally
れ
gonna
はど
learn
ういったものなんでしょう？
the mystic
どういった
eyes
も
of
のって
depth perception. It'll be easier to demonstrate, but I don't want to take off my glasses, It's a Ciel covered in those awful lines. But one way or another, I managed to put my abilities in the lines to see into simple terms.
直視の魔眼、死の概念を捉える魔眼なんて。
そんなに珍しいんですか、これ。先輩の方が何倍もすごかったけど。
珍しいとか強いとか、そういった次元の話ではありません。これは魔術と魔法の関係に近いです。私の国権や武装は言ってしまえば確かに頂上のものではあるが、今の技術でも到達できる物理現象です。戦闘機や空母を個人で保有できる人物とそう大差はありません。一方、あなたの魔眼はどうあっても今の技術では到達できない現象です。死に向かうのではなく死を形にするなんて、それこそ人の手に余ります。厳密に言えば人間はまだ死を知らない、まだ誰も見ていないものをあなたは見ているようなものです。
What a strange way to put that. Surely humans know what death is by now. Death is all around us.
人間は誰だって死にます。みんな生きているうちは経験こそしないけど、死はやってくるんじゃないんですか。
それは生命活動の停止に過ぎません。人間という装置が活動できなくなっただけの結果を私たちは死と呼んでいるだけです。人間が死んでも失われるものは何もありません。ミクロの視点で見れば素粒子は失われていませんし、マクロの視点で見ても個人が死んだところで星に損失はありませんから。でもあなたの目が見ているものは違います。過程を飛ばして物事を終わらせるのなら、それはエネルギー保存則に頼らない究極の意味での死です。ある司祭からの受け売りですが、死とはこの宇宙に未だないもの。あると想定することで多くの事象を説明できるけれど、実在してはいけないものとされています。
A nod, solemnly at her explanation. Ciel stares me sternly.
ごめんなさい。全然わかりません。もう少しレベルを下げて教えてください。
つまり空想上のものです。ファンタジーですね。ありきたりのものどころかどこにもないものってことです。まあレアケースなのは確かですが、神話にはそういった魔眼の伝承があるので、過去に何人かのホルダーはいたんでしょうけど、でもその目ならグローブを切断したのもうなずけますね。てっきりあのナイフが特別なものだと勘違いしていました。それでその目は遺伝ですか？遠野くんのお父様もそういった目を持っていたとか。
いえ、違いますよ。親父は普通というか、うちにこんな目を持ったやつはいません。異常なのは俺だけです。子供の頃事故に遭ったって言いましたよね。その後遺症なんです、これ。後遺症？生まれついてのものではないということですか？はい。線が見えるようになったのは7年前からですし。
Ciel takes a long, hard look at me, then gets up from the table with a deep sigh.
私、勘違いをしていたっぽいです。調べ物ができたので今日はこれで。
She takes the bill, pay at the register, and leave before I can stop her. Or so I thought. She comes rushing back.
大切なことを言い忘れてました。遠野くん、ちょっと立ってください。
I stand up like she asked me to. Ciel carefully looks me up and down.
私はこれで帰りますが、くれぐれも夜は出歩かないように。その目があるからって一人で吸血鬼を探したりしちゃダメですからね。
Taken aback, I stutter without thinking. Don't go out at night, but that would mean breaking my promise to Arc.
遠野くん？
あ、いや、わかった。わかりました。一人で吸血鬼探しなんてしない。
よかった。約束ですよ。
Okay, senpai. Satisfied, Ciel smiles and makes to leave. This time for real.
あ、待って先輩。その今ので一つ気になることを思い出しちゃって。吸血鬼って不死身なんですよね。なら風邪とかもひきませんか？
ありえませんね。呪いならともかく、人間でいう風邪をひくなんてナンセンスです。死者に免疫機能はありませんから。
だよな。なら神祖ってやつも同じ。
神祖に至ってはありえないというより、あってはならないです。彼らの免疫機能を活発化させるウイルスなんて、下手したら人類絶滅クラスです。
Oh fuck. Okay.
ところで、なんでそんな話を？
ああ、いや、なんでもないのです。
Arc's
それじゃあ
acting
先輩、
weird.
また明日学校で。
Continuing this discussion would only cause more trouble, so I wave goodbye to Ciel.
また明日。
Oh god.
はい、
Okay.
また明日ですね。それではごきげんよう、遠野くん。
Gokigenyo. Ciel leaves so quickly. Oh god. As she leaves. Well then. A lot has happened, but for now, I have to go back to school. I got to grab my bag and get to the mansion before the sun sets. Oh yeah, Hisui's always waiting for him too. Hey Kohaku. Hey Hisui. Hey Akia. And then they go to sleep. It's 10 p.m. What do you do,
あ
Shiki?
らかじめ言っておくと、俺は嘘は言っていない。
Okay.
吸血鬼探しはしているが、一人ではないのである。
Arc. The park is dark and deserted. My flimsy excuse aimed at no one in particular disappears into the night.
何か言ったシキ？
Okay.
いや、別に。アルクエイドには関係のないことだ。気にしないでくれ。
Besides, as far as promises go, I made a promise to Arc first. I silently made a sincere apology to Ciel. My only defense is to argue is that these two separate matters.
よし、吸血鬼探しを始めよう。今夜はどこに行くんだ？
今夜は特に当たりをつけている場所はないわ。街を歩いて死者を見つけるぐらい。あなたの目なら生きている人間と死んでいる人間、一目で判別がつくから。ちょっときついだろうけど、できる？シキ。
Okay. Arc is telling me to take my glasses off and walk around town. I get nauseous when I take my glasses off, even when there's no one around, so it'll be all the worse in a crowded city or center. But all I can say in response to that face is, leave it to me.
もちろん。協力するってそういうことだろ。
ええ、頼りにしてるわ、パートナーさん。
Partner son, thank you.
ああ、でも本当に辛くなったらすぐに休んでね。あなたの目は特別だから大切に扱わないと。
Damn, dude, it's like she likes his eyes more than him. I mean, I don't blame her. Those eyes are badass. Mystic eyes of depth perception. At Arc command, we march towards the bustling downtown area. I feel a strange surge in motivation as I resolve to take off my glasses. First up is the shopping district. We need to find and eliminate as many vampires as we can. In spite of my eagerness, we come up empty-handed. We go from the shopping district to the back alley, to the office district, then all the way to the abandoned factory, without finding a single vampire. Everyone must be on high alert after hearing about Roa's death. Afraid of Arc, they hold up in their rooms, wherever they might be. We won't be able to find them like this. But they can't stay hidden forever. If they don't eat, they're turned back into corpses. One way or another, they have to take a risk if they want to survive. Will they come out hiding first, or will let up on some hunt first? This waiting game will likely continue for some time. It's kind of anticlimactic, but it's better than being more victims. And more than anything, this means I get to spend more time walking around town with Arc.
今夜は完全に無駄惚れだったな。緊張して損した。
I sit passed down on a bench and wait for the lingering headache to pass. The night air is cold. It feels like every breath I take freezes the toxins that are making my head pound. My dizziness and nausea slowly start to subside.
そうね。でも私は楽しかったわ。式は相変わらず文句ばっかりだったけど、無駄なことがこんなに面白いなんて知らなかった。その点は空気を読んだ人たちに感謝ね。お礼に出会った時は容赦なく粉々にしてあげる。
Okay. Despite that disturbing declaration, Arc is in a good mood. He's spinning around in circles in front of me as I rest on the bench. What's up with her? She's like a kid who stepped outside for the first time in her life, or a prisoner who's finally gotten a taste of freedom after being locked away for years.
まあ、元気なことはいいことだけど。
While my mouth spouts off sarcastic remarks, my eyes can't help but follow Arc form. I guess I can't deny it any longer. I care deeply for Ciel, but I'm completely smitten for by Arc. Just as I feel drawn to Ciel, I feel drawn to her. Oh god, my chair! Just as I feel drawn to Ciel, I feel drawn to her. I was obligated at first, because I had to kill her, but that excuse no longer applies. What's up, Seven? Let me fix my camera. There we go. What a fool I am. Although I want to be useful to Ciel, I'm infatuated with her mortal enemy, a vampire. Although there must be something wrong with me. Logically, I know that I should keep my distance from Arc, but this primal urge pulls me towards her otherworldly beauty. Oh fuck. That's her beauty. Once, I even went so far as to give in to my lusts and ruthlessly committed an unforgivable act. I shake my head to clear away the lingering images. The nausea is back, and that made me feel like myself again. It reminded me that I'm not worthy of spending time with Arc like this.
アルクエド、元気そうだけど体の調子はどうなんだ？お前、昨日くしゃみしていただろ。風邪とかひいてないか？
風邪？免疫機能の低下による発熱のこと？そんなのひいてないの？ねえ、どうしてそんなことを聞くの？もしかして私のことを心配してくれてる？
Damn right. Arc bends over to look me in the eye.
別にそんなんじゃない。俺がやっちまった傷がちゃんと治ってるのか気になっただけだ。
She's so close I feel drunk on her scent. I look away, self-conscious about lying to her.
式につけられた傷はそう簡単には完治しないわ。昨日のはそれとは別。多分身体機能を変えていたからじゃない？戦う時以外はあなたに合わせて人間寄りにしているから。は
あ？人間寄りってなんで？
さあ、なんででしょう。
Arc giggles as she skips away from me. She looks like a butterfly fluttering about.
ま、風邪のはずがないんだよな。吸血鬼は風邪をひかないって先輩も言ってたし。
Oh shit. Why you gotta remember? You gotta mention Ciel. You know what's even strange? That he doesn't question. How is she making her body more human? Like, what's she mean by that? Becoming more human sounds a bit pointless to me, if not outright dangerous. But as long as she's making a steady recovery, I'm happy. Feeling relieved, I lift my face up to see.
先輩ってあの女のこと？
Yes. I like they drew shadow on her face. Like the hair shadow. That's good. Arc standing even closer to me than she was before, glaring into my soul.
なんだよいきなり。あの女って誰さ？
とぼけないで。あの女はあの女よ。ブローブと戦っていたあいつ。
あいつ。
やっぱり昼間はあいつにまとわりつかれてるのね。
いや、そんなことは。
We had a curry date. I'm the one clinging to Ciel, but telling Arc that would spell certain doom.
まあ、吸血鬼のことを教えてくれたのは先輩だけど、いいじゃないか。先輩もお前もやってることは同じなんだから。ロアは倒したんだし、もう敵対する理由はないんだろ。
理由はなくても相入れないの、私たちは。いい？神祖であろうと使徒であろうと、吸血鬼にとって大公者は敵なの。前にも話したでしょ？あいつらがどれだけ陰湿な奴らかって。もう忘れちゃったの？シキのバカ。
シキのバカ。
覚えてる。ちゃんと覚えてます。確か。
She explained all this to me at the hotel. That's her shadow. Hey, do vampires have shadow? What the fuck? I never realized that. Because you can't see them in the mirror, right? Wait a minute, she can see herself in the mirror. I don't know. I don't know what's the rules of vampire. It's always different in every story. An organization formed for the sole purpose of exterminating vampires. Hunters of heretics, who execute the Lord's teaching in his holy name. The executors of the church, Ciel True Allegiance. The main reason dead apostles operate in secret is because they are afraid of being discovered by them.
吸血鬼の天敵だろ。夜の巡回だってもともとは先輩の仕事なんだろうし。となるとお前はなんだ？吸血鬼界の裏切り者か？
裏切り。
それを言うなら私は吸血鬼にとっての天罰よ。まあいいわ。大公者なんて虫みたいなものだし、連中がどんなに出てきても関係ない。でもあいつだけは別。
This has certainly gotten under Arc's skin. She can't even stand to say Ciel's name. I give up. I know that they don't get along, but I had no idea it was this bad.
それで、あなたはどうなの？シキ。あいつをどう思っているのかってこと？
I taste the curry every time I burp. I'm like, damn, that curry was fucking good. Oh god. Oh man, I can't wait. I'm making curry tomorrow. I'm gonna wake up early to make curry so I can eat that for lunch. That's gonna be awesome.
私、シキのことは何だっていいんだけど、あいつだけはダメ。あなたの気持ちがあいつに向くだけで許せない。
Having feelings. The crimson eyes begin to flare. Hold up. She looked like she's seriously ready to kill someone.
許せないってなんだよ。先輩は俺の学校の先輩だ。いつも世話になってるし、ブローブの時だって助けてくれた。アルクエイドだって先輩と一度話せば仲良く。
絶対にならない。
Damn.
私はあいつが嫌いだし、あいつも私を殺したがってるし。シキは騙されているだけよ。埋葬機関の人間はみんな好戦的で、隙あらば襲いかかってくるんだから。だいたいあなたは初めからあいつの正体を知っていたの？どうせいつも通り一般人のふりをしてあなたをからかっていたんじゃない？
I mean, she's not wrong. She's not lying, too. Arc was always honest with Shiki, 100%, ever since they first met. Arc never lies to Shiki at all. Never. That's true. Ciel did hide her identity from me. But she had her reasons. The only way she can protect people is by keeping the existence of vampire a secret. Since vampire disguise themselves as humans, revealing her... Sorry about that. Revealing her identity would alert them of the executor's presence. Besides, Ciel is still Ciel. Knowing the truth hasn't changed that. Having lunch with her, laughing about pointless nonsense with Adahiko, Spending time together in the tea ceremony room, it was all so much fun. If such a thing were possible. I guess before I started streaming Tsukihime, I played I was streaming on Twitch for like 3 hours playing Ume Musume. I only got 2 run in. Motherfucking 2 runs in 3 hours. But it was still pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. I was doing a Gold City run. She sucks, but she's kind of fun because of that. It's hard to predict if she's gonna win or not. I might have been better off never knowing Ciel's identity.
そう。
What?
四季。あなた、あの女と私、どっちの味方？
I'm sorry, Arc. Her tone is openly hostile. It seems that Ciel is an enemy that Arc would never embrace. That's why she's glaring at me so fiercely. Anyone who sided with her enemy, even Shikitono himself, is her enemy too.
そんなことは絶対にないと思うけど、あの女に関わるのはやめて。万が一にも仲良くなんてなってたら殺すから。
アルクエイド。
Damn, Yan dear. The words get stuck in my throat. I love you, Arc. Don't kill me. I think back to that rainy day. Arc was dead, murdered by my hand, and I was selfishly praying for death to take me. Ciel brought me back from the brink.
俺はあの人に命を救われた。
私だって何度も救ってるけど。
Why you interrupt the story, Arc? I think back to the fight with Love. Ciel fought alone in that frozen wasteland for a cause she stood to gain nothing from.
この町を守ってくれた。
Arc also saved this time.
私だってめっちゃ守ってますけど。
That's so true. If it wasn't for Arc, everybody in the town would have died. Ciel failed to save the town. It was Arc. She did it. I think back to Ciel's smile at the curry shop. She said she accepted me, even if I'm scared, even if I'm lost.
私だってお昼ご飯ぐらいおごれますけど。
She did. I didn't remember that. Oh yeah, she made Shiki lunch, but he never ate it.
ちょっと黙ってくれませんかね。ってなんでランチのことわかるんだよ。
Oh, I love her cat ears. I just wanna touch it. They're so fluffy. Man, I like this Arc facial expression too. Hey, good stuff, Takuichi. God damn, dude, he did a really good job. Dude, they went above and beyond with Tsukihime Remake. Everybody in Type Moon. This is so good. It has so much expression, sprites, beautiful scenery, voice acting, OST. What do you call it? Transitions. Make it feel more anime-like. It's really
ついに
good.
俺の考えまで読むようになったのか。
だって今一緒にカレーショップがどうとかつぶやいてたから。
Oh, she's sad. How can you not like Arc? Damn, did I say that out loud?
何よ、はっきりしない式が悪いんじゃない。そんないかにもかっこいい独り言でごまかされないからね私。
かっこいい独り言ってなんだバカ。お前が邪魔しなけりゃ今頃はっきり答えてたよ。
なら言えば聞いてあげる。
まったく。
Damn, why won't he just marry Arc?
いいか。
Man.
先輩は大切な人だ。あの人がいなかったら俺はここにいなかった。だけど
だけど
尊敬と好き嫌いは別の話だ。敵味方の話をするなら俺はお前の方が何倍も放っておけない。
Oh! Oh! What did I just say? But I can't lie about how I feel. Yo! Blonde girls! Blonde girls in Type Moon! They're always the best! I can't get this straight. Always the best! Oh, Takuichi, you know what's up. Fuck yeah. I guess you too, Nasu. Oh, fuck. And then you can't see it. Right there. I have Arc staring at me. She stares at me every time I go to sleep. She's right there. Arc's right there. And Akia's right there next to her. You can't see the posters. They have Tsukihime posters up there. Can I point it? Let me see. Let me try to do this. Yeah, I could. Oh, damn it. It takes out the music, bud. Here we go. If you look all the way up, you see that right there. I have Stay Night Blu-ray over there. The Melty Blood Limited Edition over there. The Japanese edition of Tsukihime Remake over there. And then Witch of the Holy Night right there. And then right there, I have Arc's up there with Kohaku, Hisue, Ciel, and Akia. And then I got the Melty Blood posters right there. Melty Blood type Lumina of Shiki, Akia, Ciel, Arc, and I forgot his name. And then Saber's right there too. Don't forget about Saber. Of course I gotta have Saber. Saber always gotta be there for me, man. Saber is my girl. I never forget about Saber. But yo, man, Arc's right there. Oh, I need an Arc figurine now. Oh man, I think I messed up the camera. It's alright. Put it right there. Even tonight, I withstood the pain of going without glasses, just so I could walk around town with Arc. What? Boy, I'm way more drawn too. Yes. I don't know why, but just being with this woman makes me feel like a sin. My sins and fears are all erased. So much that I had to consciously force myself not to wrap my arms around her right here and now. In other words, I just want her. That do feel like an anime.
どうした？何があった？
Arc hunches over, her back trembling like an excited cat. Then, with a strange cry, she raises both hands into the air. Oh yeah, I like her. What the fuck? Oh, she's feeling
帰
good.
っていきなりか。というか、明日もここで待ち合わせでいいんだな。
もちろん。四季の言う通り、明日はもっともっと何倍も綺麗になって待ってるね。
何倍の綺麗。
いや、何倍もってそういう意味じゃ。
She's gonna get cute. Just for you, Shiki. My voice doesn't reach her in time. Arc has already leaped away in a flash.
綺麗って人間なんてどうでもいいんじゃなかったのかよ。
She's the best. Because that vampire smile has made me blush so intensely that I had to cover my face.
いや、今には笑ってる場合じゃない。
Oh my god! Hey, Arc! Oh, fuck! I really like Arc, dude. Dude, Arc is amazing! Oh! Dude, I like her smile. I gotta keep looking at her.
俺も帰らないと。
It's almost midnight. I have to return to the mansion while I still have the energy. Ding. Dude, Arc's amazing, dude. Damn, dude, I like her. I think, yeah, man. Remake-wise, she's my favorite. Oh, God. Ooh, what's that happen? The iron rod is raised high and swung down in one fluid motion. At the end of his blade, over 50 centimeters long. Have seen many years of use, but its once keen edge remains permanently blunt. weighing in at 1 metric ton. Gravity is all it takes to propel it downwards. The dull blade crushes the skull as of its panic-stricken prey with its immense weight. The force with which it turns bone to powder is something to behold.
何？
A natural response. The sight is enough to horrify anyone. They cannot comprehend what is happening. They cannot comprehend what has just happened. This is the safe zone. This area is supposed to be free of danger. But this town is no longer safe for vampires. The true ancestor princess and the executors has seen to that. With both on the prowl, they were steadily running out of places to run. Faced with the imminent doom, the vampires were offered a deal. If they met certain conditions, they would be allowed to escape. So with the guards let down, they gathered here to accept the offer.
あれ？みんな反応悪いんじゃない？ここは雲の子みたいに逃げ回るところでしょ？
A massive weapon in hand, the woman in nun clothing tilts her head confusedly. She sees 13 faces around her. Each one belongs to a pathetic fugitive vampire, come to beg for their life.
14人もいるから広い場所にしてあげたのに。これじゃあちょっと拍子抜けかな。
The nun sighs, hanging her head in disappointment. The turnout is decent for a story she made up on the fly. This would never happen back in her home country. Even given a month to drum up anticipation, only 2 or 3 at most would take the bait. But there are as many as 14 here. The layout of the city coupled with how gullible people are in this country made it laughably easy.
おっと、今1匹潰れたからあと13匹よね。弦が悪いからもう1匹潰しておこっか。
That's her halberd. She swings her 2-meter long murder weapon. The halberd meets no resistance as it sinks into the head of the next victim, splattering it like a rotting pumpkin. Human-like shrieks of despair fill the air. The men and women gathered here are mostly in their early 20s. None of them have even seen the face of their blood-soaked companion, but they all received the message. The nun slowly steps forward, savoring every second of this spectacle.
あらあら、危機感のないいい子ちゃんばかりなのに、こういう時の反応はどこの国でも一緒なのね。真夜中の台所に集まったネズミみたい。電気がついた途端、我先にと逃げ出すんだけど、ほらかわいそう。こんな風にネズミ捕りに捕まってあっさり踏み潰されちゃうの。
Blood sprays into the air for the 3rd time this night. The menacing blade set its sights on a nearby mark. It comes swinging down on top of their head. This time, the impact is devastating. There is nothing left on the skull as it bursts open. The blade runs through the victim's neck to the center of their torso.
はーい、注目。これからお姉さんが害獣駆除をするわけだけど、変な勘違いされるとイラッとくるので、あらかじめ説明しておきますね。まずはこの大部屋、結界を張ったのであなたたちは絶対に逃げられません。窓から出ると溶けるから注意してね。次に私、何があろうと一匹も見逃さないので、私に命乞いをしても意味はありません。最後にあなたたち、助けを呼ぶ自由だけはあるので、助かりたかったら私にではなく神様にお祈りしてください。本当に神様がいて、あなたたちにそれだけの価値があるのなら、奇跡が起きて逃げられるよう世界は作られているはずです。
Good stuff, Nasu. I like that. The way she picked up her halberd. The holy woman removes her halberd from her last victim, and nothing more than a power of flesh, and thus the panic has taken a hold as the captive reaches his peak. They run in all directions, trying to get away from the nun, but their legs are like lead. His place had already been warded against vampires. The ward has no effect on humans, but for low-ranking dead apostles, it feels like they're being trapped at the bottom of the ocean. Unable to run, their body grows slower by the second.
なんで指定額は用意しただろう。なんで逆に殺されるんだよ。
やめて、頭はやめて、足もやめてよ。
Let the leg do that.
なんでこんなに痛いの。嘘、やめて。そこから引っ張られたら魚みたいに真っ二つになっちゃう。
嘘ですよね、先生。助けてくれるって、僕だけは助けてくれるって言ったじゃないですか。いい子にしていれば見逃してくれるって。
The nun's smile does not waver. She raises her halberd, its blade dripping with blood, and brings down the skull of her next prey. Her breathing grows ragged, as if she is excited by the scream extracted by that blow.
早くドア開けなさいよ。殺されるじゃない。もう筒が
Damn.
もたもたしてんじゃねえよ。あんなもんが外にさえ出れば簡単に。
Oh my god.
ドアに触ると指が溶けて。肘まで崩れちゃう。私溶けちゃってます。
やめて、助けて、神様、助けて。
Nami-sama.
祈ってたのに、ちゃんと神様に手を合わせて祈ってたじゃねえか。この人殺し、てめえのどこがシスターだ。
The nun sinks her blade into the back of the defenseless young man. Eyes bloodshot, she stops just short of cutting out his spasming spine.
君、今妙なこと口走らなかった？人殺しって何？あんたたちみたいな害獣を殺すことが人殺し？今まで散々人間を食い物にしてきたくせに、自分のことを人間
I
と思
like
って
that
た
look
の？
from Noel. Okay.
やめて、それをごめんなさい。謝りますから。
Damn, Noel! His scream utterly filled the room. The 5 remaining captives can do nothing but tremble as the horrific scene unfolds before them. The nun dropped her weapon, then meticulously, relentlessly began to torture her fallen prey. First, she uses a sacrament to restore his sense of pain. Then she nails his eyelid forced open, so he is forced to watch. She strips him naked and flay him, exposing his innards. One by one, she cut out his organ with her black keys. The pain that assails him is enough to make him wish for death. After removing all of his organs, she saw off his ears and nose. Upon seeing his mutilated body, "Kill me," is all he can think to say. For a final act, she cranks open his skull and fills it with holy water. To a vampire, holy water may as well be sulfuric acid. The brain shouldn't be able to feel pain, but the blessed liquid enveloped her prey, in an agony so complete that it transcends the senses, driving him mad. "Kill me, kill me, kill me," he says over and over again, a record player on repeat. The sister lets out a sigh that sounds out of place in this hell. She lifts her halberd with a grunt and destroyed the endlessly looping phonograph.
失敗。あんまりにも面白いこと言われたから趣味に走っちゃった。安心してみんな。今ので満足しちゃったし、あなたたちは適当で済ませるから。手抜き作業でごめんなさいね。
The nun flashes the group a sweet smile. Holy sister! Yes, she is. It is the final straw. Then go to a frenzy, shrieking as they pound against the walls, even as the bounded field melts away their hands and feet. They are begging for freedom from the depth of their beings.
やだやだやだやだ、お願い、殺さないで殺さないで殺さないでください、神様。
Hey man, if Tsukihime Remake gets an anime, I really hope they don't censor or tone down the killing. Right? They gotta like, come on man, right? They gotta go all out.
お願いします。何でもします。何でもします。
We better see this entire scene if this gets an anime.
今度こそちゃんとお家に帰るから助けてよ、お母さん。お母さん、お母さん、お母さん。待ってよ、私はまだ誰も食べてない。昨日こいつらに襲われてまだ吸血鬼にもなってないのに、まだ一つもいい目に遭ってないのに。
What do you mean?
なのってな。
Damn, dude, I hope none of them was Sasuke. I don't know where the fuck Sasuke went in the story. We don't even know if she's alive or dead. One left. Perhaps tired from her efforts, the woman takes a moment to catch her breath. The sole survivor asks a question of the resting nun.
なんで俺たちだったんだ。
はい。
俺たちはただの雑兵だ。放っておいてもあと数日で餓死していた底辺の怪物だった。あんたみたいな掃除屋がわざわざ手を出す必要のないクズだ。なのにどうしてこんな。助けてやるなんて希望を持たせて殺しやがった。
It's because she's a sadist.
一人一人丁寧に散々怖がらせてさ。対向車ってのはもっと効率的で小物だけを狙うんじゃなかったのか。それでもお前は人間かよ。
The nun eyes go wide at the vermin's unexpected rebuke. She's truly surprised, not by the fact that her prey is showing such incredible humanity.
あのね、弱い者が弱い者を襲うのは当たり前のことじゃないの。
But by the fact that she's that is asking her about something so obvious to any human.
自分より強い相手なんかと戦うわけがないでしょ。私は弱いから自分より弱いやつにしか手を出さない。これ人間社会じゃなくて生き物の一般常識よ。
I mean, she's not wrong.
じゃあお前が俺たちを集めたのは吸血鬼だからじゃなく。
そう、都合よくストレスをぶつけられる相手が欲しかっただけよ。そんなの見てわかりなさいよ。ああ、最悪。あなたたちって脳まで腐ってるのね。もしかしてクリームでも詰まってる？詰まってたのよね。そんな甘ったるい考えだから神様は助けてくれなかったのよ。
I think I like her. She delivered her final blow. The halberd slices through her prey neck in one fell stroke, ending his life without suffering. She's pretty good. If only they didn't make her a loli, I think I would like her more. After cleaning the room of all trace, man, fuck you, Nasu. Why do you do that? I complain when they, you know, the big reveal, but why, Nasu? It doesn't make fucking sense. Why? Is it because Japan, it requires a loli in every anime? Is that why you did it, Nasu? I just want to know, man. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Loli's less scary. I don't know about that. Ilya's pretty fucking terrifying. Did you see what Ilya did to Shido in Fate Stay Night? What she fucking did to him? That's fucking terrifying. Berserker. After cleaning the room of all trace of the 14 corpses she had scattered across it, the nun goes outside. The excitement that coursed through her only moments ago. Yeah, I want to say more about this loli nonsense, but I gotta keep going. Has evaporated. She wears a dejected look on her face as she throws herself her blood-stained halberd. She could have been a sexy vampire! Well, she doesn't have tits like Ciel, but I mean, We still haven't gotten a female. Oh wait, never mind. There's Orc. There's Sasuke. There's Shion. Alright, never mind, I guess. I guess maybe he's just making the check boxes. There's no lowly vampire yet, so fuck it. Why not, I guess. With dead eyes, she lets out the air in her lungs. It is such a depressing sigh that it sounds like her soul's leaving her body.
雑魚どもをまとめて処理か。
Mario.
さすが下っ端。ドブさらいだけは慣れてるじゃねえか。
Hearing a voice behind her, the nun frantically arms herself. She is adept at picking off enemies weaker than her, but woefully inadequate when it comes to anything of equal or greater power. Her tendency is to handicap herself by imagining the worst-case scenario, a habit that prevents her from deploying her true strength. Even now, thoughts of the worst are already beginning to form on her mind. Though she has yet to see who the voice belongs to, the very thought of an unknown third party approaching is enough to chirp away at her sanity.
ああ、あんだけの殺しをやっておいて何ブルってやがる。落ち着けよメス豚。てめえにとっちゃ神に等しい上司様だっつの。
マリオ、司祭代行。
Did we see him fight in the main arc story? I think so. I don't remember though. I wonder if you get more action scenes in the remake. I mean, the remake. He only appears in the Ciel Route. Relieved, the nun relaxes her shoulders and lowers her halberd. But the knot of tension in her chest remains. She understands the danger that she is still in.
これは正当な討伐です。ドアをいぶり出すにはまず血液を集める兵隊を根絶する必要が。
Rose
知
dead.
ってるよ。いちいち弁明すんな。初めっから見てたからな。スコアを報告しなくてもいい。だがまあ、ちょいとやりすぎだな。使徒どもに懺悔の機会なんぞを与えやがったのは見なかったことにする。代行者の殺し方はそれぞれだからな。問題は死体の数だ。中にはまだなりきれてない犠牲者もいたように見
Oh
えたがね。
fuck! It was one of the girls. She said she got bit yesterday. She's not a vampire.
いいえ、あれは吸血鬼より始末が悪いものです。
Damn, Noel's a murderer. She fucking got caught red-handed.
あの少女は人間であるにもかかわらず、自分から奴らに協力して犠牲者を増やしていましたから、当然の末路です。
はあ、チキンなてめえにしちゃ冷徹な判断だ。吸血鬼に関わった人間は皆殺しってわけか。そいつは頼もしい。
何のご用でしょうか、司祭代行。定期連絡はしていますし、私の単独行動は許可されているのではないのですか？
ああ、奇跡会と埋葬機関は別管轄だ。てめえがシエルの相棒である以上、俺たちは対等だった。
だったとは
What?
どういうことでしょうか？
Let me read that. Oh, that's right. Last night, Ciel told Mario that Noelle can't be her partner anymore because she's, I guess, I don't know why. She split up with Noelle because she was at her limit, I guess.
代行者シエルはてめえとのコンビを解くとよ。できうる限り早くてめえを引き取れなんて言ってきやがった。なんで近いうちにてめえは俺の預かりだが、スコアも悪い、精神も不安定な不良物件を使うほど間抜けじゃねえ。この一件が終わり次第、てめえは修道院送りだ。今のうちに身辺整理をしておけよ。
The convent, the institution for the faithful who have chosen to lead a communal life under the teaching of the church, away from the secular world. Just as the Holy See is the smallest country in the world, each convent operates on its own isolated little world. Once a nun takes her vows, she pledged to live out her life at the convent and become a member of the community. Separated from the outside world by a single wall, she lives as the child of the Father, abiding by the teaching of frugality, chastity, and obedience. Its divine existence for those who seek it. However, for those who do not, being forced to live in a closed-off world at the convent to akin to torture. There is a reason that Noelle could not become anything but an executor. So it is as an executor that she would be re-educated if she were sent back to the convent. The brutal training she survived when she was younger is something she does not believe she can go through again. But worse than anything, being sent there would mean undergoing a full body examination. Yet she was bit by Vlov. For executor, chastity not determined by one's virginity, but the purity of the human body. So right now, the examination is something she has to avoid at all costs. Oh shit.
私は常に最善を尽くしています。対向車として何の問題もありません。さももなく修道院送りなんて、そんな横暴は許されないはずです。
ああ、てめえみたいな凡人の最善なんて知らねえよ。いいか、ここは通勤時間のある事務職じゃねえ。殺し合いの最前線だ。無能なやつも無能じゃないだけの凡人も等しく足手まといなんだよ。有能なやつにしか居場所のない世界だっていい加減諦めとけ。夢見る年々じゃあるまいし、今年で何歳だよ、てめえは。
The search CG is so cool. Yeah, it's really good. Really detailed. I wonder what would happen if they find out she's a vampire. Because she got bit by Vlov, so she's not fully human. Probably. And if that's the case, what would they do? Would they kill her? What would they do? She quills the defiance that flares up inside her. The hatred far greater than that she felt doing her cleanup earlier reared its head, but she pushed it back down with all her might. This boy is weaker than she is. He's just some 12-year-old kid. She could turn him into mincemeat with a swing of a halberd. However, he has far too many connections, far too much power for her to defy him. If she ever wants to be better than mediocre, she has no choice but to curry his favor.
ですが、代行者シエルだけには任せておけません。彼女の行動は不審極まります。ロア探索の手を止めているばかりか、私を切り捨てて一人になることに危ういものを感じます。司祭代行も彼女の経歴はご存知でしょ。彼女はキャンズです。なら今拘束すべきは私ではなく、
あの女が吸血鬼もどきってことだろ。嫌っていうほど知ってるから安心しろ。いいんだよ、あの女はあれで。単独で動こうが上の意向に逆らおうが関係ねえ。何があろうとあいつはロアを殺す。そういう風にしか動けない女だからな。
In a rare moment, he dropped his usual foul attitude and speak maturely. The boy's voice rings faintly, with resignation.
いいからてめえは荷物をまとめて待機してやがれ。2日もあれば辞令が届くからな。くだらねえ手間を増やさせるんじゃねえぞ。三下は何も考えず黙ってギーギー回ってればいいんだよ。
With one last tirade, the boy leaves the back alley. Only the blood-splattered nun remains. After making sure that the boy has indeed left, she picks up her weapon and swings it into a discarded steel beam with all her might.
何よあの楽器。何なのよ言いたい放題。子供のくせに大人を舐めるんじゃないっての。
Playing in metal does not come just once. She swings a total of 8 times. Her only curse is not meant for human ears. The steel beam is completely crushed. Now just a pitiful wreck, a sculpture perfectly portraying rage. The woman lets go of the halberd, her shoulders heaving. She has overexerted herself, lacking the physical strength to lift her weapon on her own. She typically casts a sacrament each time she swings it to reduce its rate. But this time, she swings away with nothing but raw fury. She laughs dryly at this desperate, self-destructive act that may very well have snapped the muscle of an arm.
バカね。何やってるのよ私。あの怪物じゃあるまいし、こんなでっかい 自分の力だけで振り回せるはずないのに。
Still, her anger does not subside. The situation has changed. She knows she needs to stay calm and devise a countermove, but her hearts refuse to cooperate. Then, at this of all times... Oh, is she turning? Because it is time. A nightmarish spasm runs through her body. She crumbles as her insides assail her. She kneels on the ground, digging her finger into the dirt as she clings on to her current self. Nausea comes over her, accompanied by a terrifying chill that freezes her to the bone. Though she has never experienced it herself, she imagines this is what morning sickness must feel like. But the imaginary child in her womb is surely not human.
さないと早く吸血鬼を殺さないと。
Out of time?
私がダメになる前にロアを探し出して殺さないといけないのに。あと2日。
2 more days.
あと2日しかないの。でも。
The weak voice inside her posits that she might not even have that much time. Her back feels like it's about to be split open. She puts a dirt-covered hand to her mouth and holds down whatever it is that threatens to burst out of her stomach.
大丈夫。神様は見てくれてる。私はいい子にしてたもの。きっと助けてもらえる。
Damn, dude.
私は何も悪いことなんかして
Why can't we have a Noel road? I want to save her. I killed some more vampires tonight. I'll kill even more vampires tomorrow. That way, I'll be saved. I found salvation. I found the revenge I've been chasing for 13 years.
そうよノエル。私は代行者になった。このために強くなった。あんなガキにもあんな女にも思い通りになんかさせるもんか。
Still shivering from the cold, she forces herself back onto her feet. The nun picks up her halberd, her brute strength, and leads the makeshift execution site. A twisted smile plastered on her face. Yeah, man, Noelle really reminds me of OG Sasuke. That's what she reminds me of. She kind of, yeah. I feel like this would be like OG Sasuke if she got more screen time. It's 12 a.m. I slink back to my room in the middle of the night while everyone is sleeping. Sneaking out and back, and it's starting to feel more familiar. I change into my pajamas and crawl into bed. Immediately, drowsiness takes me. My brain must be tired after how much I use my mystic eyes, even though I don't feel that bad physically. I take off my glasses and set them next to my pillow and close my eyes.
あれ、何か考え事があった気がするんだけど。
Damn, it's 2 girls of his life. I give in to sleep. An unpleasant floating sensation washes me over, but I manage to clamp down on it as I fall asleep and release my grip of consciousness. Is that the end? No.
なんだけど。はあ、もう、どうなってるんだ。
I tear off my covers and get back out of bed. The leftover energy in my body is keeping me awake, while my mind is desperate for a respite, a slow feeling of torture. There's nothing to do but go over to the sunroom. Hisu and Kohaku would notice if I turned the lights in my room, but the lights from the sunroom can only be seen from outside. I'll just grab another book tonight and look at the words until I get sleepy. Every time we grab books, like a memory of Roa. Yeah. 1989 AD. I was born into this world, the child of a shopkeeper in the French countryside. Oh, this is not Roa. 1989. That has to be Ciel. Hey, what day is this in this game? Is it 2010-ish? 12, 14? So, what the fuck is 1989 to 2012 or 14? That's too much math. That's too hard. 20? Is that 20? I don't know. Fuck it. I was born into the world. Nah, fuck it. It's gonna bother me. Fuck you. I gotta do this. What? Where's my, okay. Tsukihime Remake. What year it take place? 2014. Yeah. So the remake take place 2014. Let's do math. 2014, 1989. Oh, fuck. This is Noelle. Noelle is French and she's 25. Oh, 2014, 1989 to 2014 is 25 years old, which is Noelle, and she's French. I was born into this world the child of a shopkeeper in the French countryside. With the East Asian feature. What? Noelle isn't Asian. This is Ciel. Wait, that means Ciel is 25. Wait a minute. I'm confused. Is Noelle Asian? What the fuck? With the East Asian feature I inherited from my mother, I grew up feeling like a foreigner in my own town. Even so, the townspeople were amiable folk, always welcomed me with a smile. To repay their kindness, I did my best to live my life positively and honestly. I helped my father, went to school, dream about the future. As many children do, I struggled with puberty, which came early for me. Hold on. I was born 1989. Okay, I gotta remember that. But I never doubted that I was fortunate. I knew I was privileged with a rather charmed life. But time passed by so quickly, and suddenly my 12th birthday was upon me. Oh, this is Ciel. Abruptly, a change came over me. Sometimes when playing with my friends, I have a sudden desire to snap their slender neck. Wait a minute! Ciel is 25? She's the same age as Noelle. I thought Ciel was like 30 or 40 years old. She's 25. Alright. Sometimes when I saw a beggar at the side of the road, I might imagine stabbing their malnourished stomach for the fun of it. The impulse came without warning and followed no pattern. I will unexpectedly find my head filled with violent thoughts. But just as I was about to act on them, I would remember my own name and run away from my face in my hands, holding back the scream in my throat and tears in my eyes. I was healthy of body, sound of mind, and I held no hatred for anyone. Yet whenever I was faced with something within my power to destroy, I felt compelled to try. And I would find my face contorted with joy at the idea. I became afraid of going outside, afraid of people, afraid of myself. I was terrified of the joy that swelled within me with every passing day. But I could tell no one about it, so I grew more reclusive day by day until I stopped leaving my room altogether. I kept my composure to the very end. Had I developed a split personality? Was I possessed by someone else's spirit? I never once entertained such unscientific notions. In the end, my conclusion was these were the same fleeting invasive thought that everyone shared. I might complain when my father came to wake me after I stayed up late the night before. I might get upset after being splashed with water by a passing car while I walked down the main street after heavy rainfall. These impulses were no different. Small internal rebellions that momentarily took me over. But while perhaps other people could control them, I was never someone who could go against their own heart. I knew that it was only a matter of time before I end up doing something that I couldn't take back. All I could do was lock myself up in my room. I was dead set on living out my days, doing nothing and meeting no one. And that way, I wouldn't have the chance to get angry about anything or build resentment for anyone. Or so I thought. I should have feared myself less, trusted God more, and turned to the priest for advice. Hiding away in the prison I made of my room wore away at my soul. until eventually I reach a breaking point. This is Ciel, right? I think so. That day. With myself fully transformed into someone else, an iniquitous thought came to mind that I was thirsty. Slowly, I dragged my weakened body out of my room. My parents, who were relaxing in the living room, came rushing to me as I emerged for the first time in a month. My father greeted me, concern in his voice. My mother smiled, tears welling in her eyes, and I killed them both. It was all too easy. My body is still weak, still thirsty, but I had the strength to bite down on my parents' throats and drink and drink. After draining them both of blood and life, I stood up.
素晴らしい。この肉体は過去最高の才能だ。
An unfamiliar voice spoke with my tongue. The thing that was once me painted its mouth red and wrapped its own body in an embrace. Man, this dude is like Orochimaru in Naruto. Always taking over some young kid body. The fuck? Orochimaru did that shit too. He tried to take over little Sasuke body. Motherfucker. The thing about Roa is it always got to be under. I think with Roa reincarnation, how it works is he is born. When someone's born, his soul is with them. I think at birth or whatever. I don't know the whole process, but it does. He doesn't take over till they turn 12 for some reason. But I think his soul was always there, and then he completely take over the body or some shit. What providence was this? Typically, the vessels I reincarnate into are all chosen in advance. Yeah, see, he's telling it right now. First, they must possess authority in the land of their birth. Second, their family must possess some unique talent. The first condition is the most important. The second merely supplementary. My primary task is to find a family line fulfilling the first condition and set it as the destination of my next reincarnation. Reincarnation. However, in my previous life, the princess killed me before I could make my decision. Instead, I was forced to abridge the process and rely on astrology to guide me. Which is how I ended up with this body, belonging to a child of a middle-class family with low social standing. I knew it would be challenging to take control of the town under these circumstances. Building influence in the next few years I had before the princess found me was next to impossible. But I did not despair. If anything, I felt euphoric, as if my body was brimming with light. When weighing lineage against talent, I had always chosen the former. As a consequence, my host had never physically excelled. But this time was different. This body possessed magic circuits. Whoa! Ciel had magic circuits? What the fuck? His body possessed magic circuits in such abundance and quality that they could generate more magical energies than 100 mages. Even the most talented mages would be considered defective compared to this. I could only laugh at the miscalculation of my past generations. Excuse me. All this time, my conditions were backwards. Authority and influence can be acquired with time. However, a truly outstanding body is a gift one must be born with, by the grace of the Lord. This was not until my blank reincarnation that I finally realized this truth. After I awoke, I set about transforming the town into a necropolis, as quietly and inevitably as water seeps through dry soil. I abandoned this disorderly method I had previously employed. This time I proceeded gently, taking care not to spill too much blood at once. I was careful and methodical. Within a single night, the town was mine. From there, I painstakingly, lovingly built my castle from the ground up. I would not let a single human escape, nor would I let them die unnecessarily. First, I neatly frosted the cake with despair, then lifted little by little, snaring all the white, decorated with the jam and jelly, and the meat is resplendent fashion. It wasn't the most efficient process, but there was nothing that could be done about that. My reincarnated consciousness cannot exist on its own. I, myself, am nothing more than knowledge and drive. My personality is reconstructed for each new generation, based on the character and value of my hosts. Though I have no control over my vessel, its thought process and norms do not change entirely. In other words, my body belongs to my reincarnated self, but my original self remains. It retains its consciousness and memories, but it slumber and mist and nightmare of its own creation, from which it cannot wake. Which is why I remember. I remember the feeling of biting into my parents' throat. I remember the day I spent tormenting the soul of the townspeople who once smiled at me, slowly melting them down one by one. All in all, it took only a week. In a week, I held the lives of everyone in this town in the palm of my hands, mine to play with for my own amusement. I wished to lose all reason, go insane, and yield everything to my impulses. But if I did, I knew that I would only commit even worse atrocities. I had to hold on. If I can maintain my sanity, at least I could limit the harm I could do. Destruction is close at hand now. Not of this town, but of something much greater. I find myself rejoicing that my magnum opus is coming to fruition. For this reason, I have chased eternity. For this reason, I have collected the blood of so many. For this reason, others like myself, masters of far greater necropoles, have converged on this town. Before long, my consciousness will flicker out. Tonight, a world would end, but I would fade away before I could see it, cursed to the last. If this nightmare had one saving grace, it would be that its end came quickly. Oh, Hime! A pale woman arrived with the crimson moon. I don't know who she is, and yet I do. The sixth ritual begins. With this body, I believe it's possible that I would finally have that woman in white, and then, the profane ceremony was brought to a halt. The white vampire princess and I did battle, ending in my demise. With my next reincarnation already prepared, I transmigrated, leaving only my corpse behind. The woman departed, and my body was brought to the Holy See. Yeah, man, that was Ciel backstory. I'm surprised she's 25. I thought she would be older. Or something, I don't know. I'm thinking. Because I have work tomorrow. Oh, fuck. I'm trying to see. I think the next day is going to take 3 hours. I kind of want to keep going. But the next day seems to be very long as well. But the thing is as well is I want to keep going because I want to see if I can beat this next weekend. We'll see. Oh, fuck. Arc and Ciel. Yeah, we're heading towards the climax. So, that's going to be the next chapter. Yeah, I guess I'll save it for next stream. I think that's GG's on enough Tsukihime. That one chapter was 2.5 hours. That's a long time. But it was a good chapter. Alright, so that's GG's. GG's. We'll play more Tsukihime next time.